Black Pearl. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Rope Monster coming at you here from beautiful Puerto Escondido, Oaxaca. Got my ice cold Corona. Life is good today. The big question on my mind today, is the West Coast the best coast when it comes to Mexico? I'm going to share with you guys 3 things that I like better about Puerto Escondido than I do about places like, say, Tulum, Playa del Carmen. Also, I'm going to share with you guys my 3 favorite beaches. We're going to go explore those areas. And I'm going to show you kind of the back roads of Puerto Escondido and what it actually looks like here. And last but not least, I'm going to show you where to get the best oysters, the freshest oysters I've ever had in my life. And also, I'll show my lodging at the end of the video. It's a short-term rental, but I think it'll shock you guys how little I'm actually paying to stay here. And I thought the weather was going to be crummy because it's low season. No, it's been beautiful every day so far. So I think it is worth coming here and checking it out any time of year. All right, guys, let's go check out Puerto Escondido and see if the West Coast is the best coast. Vámonos. So guys, all the way down there is Playa Manzanillo. That's going to be our first stop today. I haven't taken this route. There's a couple different ways to get to this beach. So I'll share up on the screen a shot of the map of exactly where I am accessing the beach from this staircase. But it seems like you can get there this way, and it's an epic shortcut, so we're doing that. So that was actually a really quick way to get down here to Playa Manzanillo. Hopefully you guys appreciate that shortcut. Smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, if you appreciate that. So here we are, Playa Manzanillo. This is kind of my favorite little swimming hole hangout spot, and I'll get right into it, guys. I said I would give you 3 reasons why I like the West Coast, why I like Puerto Escondido better than Playa, better than Tulum. So check this beach out, look at the water, and see if you can guess why. Well, reason number 1, guys, there's no sargassum on the west coast of Mexico. That's very much a Caribbean problem. And I'll show you guys this area over here. I like these rocks. I actually came over here the other day and had a little picnic on one of these rocks, just sat here and ate some pineapple and pontificated my life choices for a while. And I just love the vibe here. And so that's reason number 1 right off the bat. So not to keep you guys waiting, no sargassum. And for those of you who know, I mean, that sargassum not only is unsightly, but some people have allergies to it. It can make your skin itch. Even if you don't touch it, but you're in the water with the sargassum, you can end up with kind of itchy skin from that. And also the smell of the sargassum is terrible. So you have this constant fresh air. Now I will say that Playa and Tulum, yeah, you get that aquamarine colored water. Also the sand is finer and softer. So you take the good with the bad, but for me, not having the sargassum issue, not having to worry about if it's piling up on the beach and gonna smell, that's worth it to me to sacrifice a little bit as far as like clarity of the water. So these restaurants, though, I mentioned oysters and the best place to get seafood. These are not the spots. I'll also share the place to get 30 peso beers. It's the same place, spoiler, it's the same place that has the oysters. So we're gonna go over there now and check that out. This is Playa Manzanillo, though, and you can see, guys, it's an absolute paradise. Not to be missed if you come to Puerto Escondido. Definitely check this out. All right, guys, let's find the route over. The tide is kind of high right now, but I guess I'll do this, go through here. And so there you have it, Playa Manzanillo. Great hangout spot, no sargassum ever. And look at that view. It kind of feels like something out of Pirates of the Caribbean. And there's just a good energy there. So now we're going over to Puerto Angelito, Playa Puerto Angelito. I'll take you guys with me on the walk over there. For those of you who want to skip ahead, feel free to do that. So that's beach number one and reason number one why I would say West Coast, best coast. I think I walked about 10 miles yesterday scouting and just like exploring. There's nothing quite like being in a new place and having really no clue. It's kind of a good feeling sometimes. All right, guys, so beach number two. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. And I don't just throw around the word pristine, but if that's not pristine, I don't really know what is. That's a gem right there. And that is Playa Puerto Angelito. Let's go check that out. And that's gonna segue into reason number two, why the West Coast is the best coast. And that is mariscos, fresh seafood, the best oysters, the best red snapper. So I was getting really frustrated in Playa del Carmen because I love seafood, and I would go to the pescaderias and try to get huachinango or red snapper, and they would tell me, oh, eso es temporal, that's seasonal, and then it just never really came. There was never any red snapper at the restaurants. It was always tilapia, and as far as I'm concerned, tilapia is not even worth eating. It doesn't really give me that good feeling, the health benefits that like red snapper or mahi gives me. And so, number two, guys, the seafood game is on point on the west coast of Mexico. Now, if you want fresh oysters, you're also probably not gonna find that on the Caribbean side. You may find some frozen ones or oysters in a can, which is what I resorted to. I was eating canned oysters, and it just obviously is not the same. But now I'm gonna show you the spot to actually get those oysters at the best price. They literally shuck them right there and then serve them up right there. So this is Los Buzos. I'll throw up some shots on the screen of my plate of oysters that I got yesterday. And this place also has 30 peso. ¿Qué onda? Tal vez más al rato. That guy wanted help pushing his boat out, and I'm just not trying to do any manual labor today. I'm sure he'll find some help. But yeah, guys, this is Los Buzos. Do not miss this spot if you come to Puerto Escondido. I also had some great conversations here yesterday with some people from Puebla, and one guy was like a retired farmer and just had nothing but good wisdom and insight to share. And like I said, 30 peso beers. So I actually got 12 oysters for 200 pesos. And then I got a filete de pescado, like a fish fillet with rice and salad. And I think 3 beers. And my total bill was 490 pesos, guys. So under $25. And look at the view you get while you're eating. And like I said, these are the guys right here doing work with the ostiones. These are my heroes. They really, really know what they're doing. I'll throw some video of the guy shucking the oysters up on the screen. We'll just walk this way just a little bit more to kind of give you a lay of the land. But I love all these different trails and access points. But there you have it, guys. Number two is the seafood. Mariscos. There's just no comparison when it comes to West Coast versus East Coast as far as the quality and the freshness and the availability of the seafood. And kind of one little bonus too is that the price, you're not going to find 30 peso beers on the beach in Tulum, not even close, more like 90, 75 to 90 is the range. So to sit here and drink 30 peso Victorias or Coronas, they're not even like the off-brand beers. They're the good ones. The Corona and the Victoria are kind of the best national beers in my opinion. And you know, it's one thing to get like a 30 peso Indio or a 30 peso Montejo, but to get a 30 peso Corona is solid. And then right after eating, you can literally just walk down these steps, jump off the rocks, swim. Obviously do so at your own risk. You have to know where to jump, but this is the spot, guys. These two beaches being right next to each other is proof that there is some type of higher power. Like, this is seriously magic. One of my favorite places in the world. I've been to quite a few places, quite a few countries, and I gotta say, this is special. It reminds me a little bit of Yalapa. Reminds me a little bit of, you know, places in Jalisco, but even more lush as far as the jungle, the palm trees. All right, like I said, this guy found some people to help, but that thing is wedged in the sand. Es que ayer surfí, me duele todo el cuerpo. Yeah. Just had to tell them I surfed yesterday, I swam a lot, my body hurts too much to push, but they're getting it done. I should probably help them, but I truly am sore. All right, guys, let's move on to beach number 3, and then I'll give you guys reason number 3 when we get over there. Vámonos, hey, corre, corre. ¿Qué onda? Dile hola, YouTube. ¡Huepa! Yeah, good vibes here too. The people are super friendly. I might have to say that people here are friendlier than Playa del Carmen, than in Tulum. And part of that, I think, guys, is there's not much gentrification here yet. And I say yet, and honestly, I kind of hesitate to even upload videos from here because it's just such a, it feels like I'm in Jalisco, but in like 2010. It feels like going back in time 15 years. It's really a special spot. All right, guys, you have the 2 first reasons and the 2 first beaches. We've got Manzanillo and Puerto Angelito, and where to get the oysters, Los Buzos, as promised. Do not miss that spot, and eat and drink to your heart's content and spend under $25. That's pretty magical. Let's go, guys. Beach number 3, vamos. All right, guys, at long last, we are at the entrance of Playa Carrizalillo, and this might just be my favorite beach in Puerto Escondido. So this is beach number 3, and shortly I'm going to give you reason number 3 why the West Coast might be the best coast. So do be warned though, there's a lot of stairs to get down here, but it's absolutely worth it. Let's go check this out, guys. So guys, this is reason number 3. Now, to some people this might be a hindrance to have these hills, but the thing I like about the west coast of Mexico is the mountains and the hills and the views that you get being up this high. In Quintana Roo, you can't really get up high and get these views. So look at that, guys. That's Carrizalillo down there. So let's go down there and check it out. Now, I will combine reason number 3, the views, the hills, the hiking, and I'll throw one more in there, is just the fact that you can surf on the west coast of Mexico. Hola. Saludos. Salud. So, yeah, as you can see, the people are super friendly here. But look at these views. You have these type of miradors and viewpoints and places in like Jalisco, here in Oaxaca, Colima, all along the west coast of Mexico. You have this ability to get up high, and you can also see the surfers out there, guys. Like, that's paradise for sure. So for some of you, I get it. You don't surf. It's not really that important to have waves, but there is something nice about having the option to paddle out and surf, or at least try to surf. And so this is a really good beach for beginners or people like myself who know how to surf, but they're out of shape, haven't surfed in quite a while, to kind of get warmed back up to it. The waves aren't huge. You're probably not going to get hurt. I say probably. There's always a chance. So guys, check this out. Is this not paradise? Hey, wepa. Look at this, guys. Absolutely gorgeous, pristine beach, paradise. This guy's about to go catch some waves, live the dream. So you have Carrizalillo right here. Also the cleanliness of these beaches. We talked about the fact that there's no sargassum, but there's really also no trash. People really take good care of the beaches here in Oaxaca, and I love to see that. I've been some places in the world where the beaches are full of plastic, and part of that's not necessarily the fault of the local people, it's the currents. But the fact that plastic doesn't just wash up on shore here is really awesome. And I think for some of the older viewers watching this, who have been coming to Mexico since like the 60s, 70s, this, you know, I was born in the 80s, so I don't remember what it was like all the way back then, but this is what I imagine it being like long ago. And so when you fly into Puerto Escondido and you come down to these spots, you really feel like you're going back in time. The Viva Aerobus flight might as well have been a time machine. And the surfing, I mean, you can see is perfect for beginners. Look at that break right there. It really doesn't get any better than this. Leave in the comments, guys, if you know a better surf spot than this. But honestly, you know, looking out at this, I really don't see, like, Sayulita is not better than this in my opinion. This is better than Sayulita. And also leave in the comments, guys, if you prefer the east or the west coast of Mexico, and let me know why. I'd really appreciate you guys contributing to the discussion. But at least here I'm giving you 3 reasons. No sargassum, some of the best seafood in the world, if not the best. And you can get up high and get these views, and you can paddle out and surf. So those are some of the reasons that I would throw out there as to why this is the spot, at least for me. But now I would say also beach number 2, Puerto Angelito, has better restaurants and seafood, oysters than this beach. So this is more a place to come surf, come swim. I swam all the way out past the break last night. I was out here till after dark, and so, hola, ¿qué tal? Buenas. I was out here till after dark, and I will say it's also a great place to meet people, make friends, mingle. The evening crowd is really fun out here. And there's something nice about swimming until dark. And for those of you wondering, I haven't seen any warnings about sharks, and I haven't seen a single shark yet. So I think regarding jellyfish and sharks and things like that, I haven't really seen anything to give me any concern. So I might walk up this path here and just show you guys the view from over here. So many different ways to get down here, and this is one of them, so I'll show that briefly. If you guys appreciate the content and me taking you guys along on the walk, please do smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. It means the world to me. I wanted to say thanks, guys, because the channel just passed 2,000 subscribers, and My goal was to get to 100,000, and that may seem optimistic, but I'm getting there, and it's all thanks to you guys, so I really appreciate it. All right, guys, let's walk up this path a little bit. So look at this view, guys. Just another perspective. These hiking trails. And that's number 3 for you guys. Carrizalillo, and the fact that you can just get up high and get these views. I don't know about you guys, but I could hike and walk around these beaches all day. And that's what I've been doing. I mean, you get these views through here of the surfers. And fresh air, nature, no traffic, no exhaust, no noise. And that guy gets it. He's taking some nice shots. He has a really nice lens. So look at this little spot too. This is kind of a bonus for you guys. This is a very rocky beach, but look, pretty much got it all to ourselves here. And I don't know that this beach has an official name. Maybe it does. Let me know in the comments if you know. But this kind of reminds me of certain spots I've been to in Greece, where if you just keep walking a little bit, you find these completely empty beaches. And if you bring like a yoga mat or something to lay on, these rocks aren't a problem. Also, you can sit on this log and just take in the ocean breeze. Absolutely gorgeous spot. So kind of a 2-for-1 when you make the trek down to Carrizalillo. You can hang out at the main beach, or you can actually come over to this spot if you need some shade. As you can see, it's completely covered by trees, protecting us from the sun. So I am a little sunburnt from yesterday, so this is a really nice spot. And I just wanted to share that little bit of extra value with you guys, because I think it would be really easy to miss this beach. But it's worth seeing. And you can keep walking along that way. There is a little bit of a path, but it's a little rocky, and I'm a little sore from yesterday's hiking and swimming, but literally only one other person here at the moment. And if you're looking for peace and quiet, this is the spot. So there you have it, guys. 3 reasons why the West Coast might just be the best coast when it comes to Mexico, and 3 of my favorite beaches, 3 of the most pristine beaches I've ever seen anywhere in the world, but definitely 3 of my favorite beaches in Mexico. Also, where to get the best oysters, now you know. The freshest seafood, 30 peso beers. If you guys appreciated my efforts, enjoyed the content, please do smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. It means the world to me. Time to go surf, get some sun, drink another beer. Rope Monster, out. All right, guys, I made it to the top. Just for those of you wondering how many steps to get down to Carrizalillo, 168, or 168, more importantly, 168 steps to get back up to the top. So you've been warned, but it's worth it.